We ran the car you see behind me at this year's, well, I suppose it would have been last year's technically, it's January here, we ran the race in December, at the 2016 25 Hours of Thunderhill that's put on by NASA. That's the National Autosport Association, not those space guys. It's kind of spacey at 3 o'clock in the morning admittedly, but different group nevertheless. We actually ran the cars in fact the year prior, so we ran them in the 15 race as a test for the full MX-5 Global Cup season, and then ran the cars again, as I say, in 2016, just about a month and a half ago, and that's where we debuted the hardtop that you see on the car behind me here. So the cool part about that program, there's about 60 cars that started the Thunderhill 25 hour. We had 4 of our MX-5 Cup cars there. We raced 3 of them. We used one as a spare parts car because you never know what breaks in the middle of the night. But the cool part of the program that we did, though, is that from the 3 cars that we were running, that's 12 drivers, 4 drivers per car. 10 of those 12 drivers were Mazda dealers. So these are guys that you could go to buy your new CX-5 or your new Mazda 3. Because they're also enthusiasts, these are guys that have their own race car. Most of them are racing Spec Miatas or something like that on the weekends. We brought them out with us to Thunderhill to come out and race the cars. The hardtop that we debuted at the Thunderhill 25 hour race last year is specifically for racing. As it stands right now, there's no plans to make that available as a standalone accessory or anything like that for the street cars, because the reality is if you're a hardtop kind of guy, we've got the MX-5 RF, the retractable fastback, which is a vehicle that we think customers would choose. So all of the cars, the MX-5 Cup cars that race in the Global Cup will run without the top. So they'll still run open, you'll be required to run it without the top. That makes the cars draft super well. It actually keeps the top speeds down by about 10 or 15 miles an hour as well. But to run it in endurance racing will allow people to run the hardtops. And then of course for some of the club racing classes, they require hardtops. SCCA T4 for example requires you to run a hardtop. So now we'll have that available, and it's available through Mazda Speed Motorsports development. The hardtop that we're seeing on the MX-5 Global Cup car behind me isn't available yet. We're still doing some final tweaking some of the design things, maybe changing the shape of that sort of double bubble look over the top there. We're not sure that we're 100% clear on that yet. Right now you have to remove the third brake light off the trunk lid to install the hardtop. We're going to find a way around that so that you'll be able to bolt it on and remove it much easier than we have yet, but that's kind of what happens when you're building prototype parts. The important thing was to get it done in time for the Thunderhill 25 hour so we could test it, and quite frankly so our drivers could be warm and dry in case it rained.